What's going on YouTube? Today we got a transformation video for y'all, a amazing transformation video. Client cut all of his hair off and he came to me just for this video. But look, without further ado, man, look at all this. Let's just hop into it.
Always put my faith, thank you, because you got me. I feel no this, I'm just trying to really get to know you. Yeah, let me know. I feel no know that you can't stop me.
So right here we're just unraveling his hair, taking all this all these little rubber bands out of his hair, talking to the client, getting some consultation done and whatnot. Now we're gonna let him do this. We don't use the shears because I don't want him to, it's kind of hard doing this like this. Look, he missed the whole entire front of his hair, but I'm just letting him cut it off with the it's easier when you use the clippers with the lever all the way closed. All the way close will create a more sharper blade to blade interaction with the hair. So just slowly cutting it off. I let them do it. You know, when you're doing a transformation like this, you don't want them to cut it. You don't want to cut too low to the scalp or towards the scalp, only because you don't truly know what you're working with. And see how our client has lines and everything in his hair. Look at this. It just looks like a bunch of, it looks like a bird's nest. But look, we're going to take a number 5 guard or number 4 guard, whatever you feel comfortable with. Usually clients will lose the hair like this hair texture right here because, for every one piece of hair somebody with coarse hair had, every 10 pieces of hair that a coarse person has, this client has 1 piece of hair. Because you can basically dang near see his scalp. But we cut it down to about a number 3 guard, and now we're just setting in our ball guideline. This is the foundation for our lineup or the beginning of our tapers right here. This right here, we're only using our faders, our Andes Masters, to set in that first guideline because we don't want to set it on harsh guidelines. And now right here is a little bit too bulky. We're trying to set in that second, what is first fading line. So we're going to debulk. We're going to take our number 2 guard and go with the grain. With the grain is going in the same direction that the hair wants to grow or the hair is growing. Now the reason for this is because if we was to cut against the grain, the hair will actually cut shorter no matter what guard you're using or whatever you're using. If you're using the same as that guard, cutting against the grain and cutting with the grain is 2 totally different things. Now right here we're going to cut against the grain and we're basically debulking enough. We're not worrying about that bulk at the top. It's going to leave a hard bulk line, but we just want enough so you can start our fading process and have a nice set foundation. Now right here we open up the lever all the way with no guards, and then we started fading down towards that first ball guideline that we set in. Now right here we have our number 2 guard, lever all the way closed, and we're just making that line more predominant just so we can see. And from here on out, I know nothing past that guard is, or that line, that big bulk line up top is a number 2 guard all the way closed. Right here we took our number 1 guard, lever all the way open, and then we started fading down. Now as we faded down, now where we left off at with our number 1 guard, we're going to take our number 0 guard and open up the lever all the way and then slowly work our way down, closing the lever. Now it's time to take out the bulk. That's why I say leave this for last. Don't really worry about having a big bulk line right there. So we're going to go with the grain with a number 4 guard, and we're just going to slowly work our way. I want to say it's about a number 2 guard, number 3 guard, but you just want to make sure. Now we have on a number 2 guard, and we're just doing the same exact thing. And right here, you can't see it, but I'm slowly closing my lever and moving down, kind of just playing with it, seeing what it wants to do. And I'm only doing one side so I can see the progress, so y'all can see the progress as well. Now we take a number 3 guard, going against the grain. Just the biggest thing right here, we're just trying to lighten up this area so it doesn't look as, just like a line, or it doesn't look like a bulk line or anything like that. Now we're going to take our number 2 guard. This is the same number 2 guard, but it's not, it's a number 2 guard, but it's not the same number 2 guard. This is like the new invented 2 guard that they came out with for Andes. But see, it's kind of starting to lighten up on this side, as you can see. Now we're gonna take the original 2 guard, the OG 2 guard with the double magnets, and then we're just gonna lighten it up a little bit more. Just seeing it, just playing with it, seeing what it's gonna do. Not really digging in there too much. Still, we're using a flick out motion to create it to get rid of the weight line. Now right here, you know how we try to set in the second guideline with the lever all the way open? We're gonna go ahead and just skip all the way to the step where we debolt, just so we can get that out the way. Now we're gonna open up the lever all the way with no guard, and then slowly work our way down till everything is faded. Now we can successfully take our number 2 guard and just do our fading down process. Level 2 guard open, a little bit more than halfway, a little bit less than halfway, and then all the way closed. That's my fading down techniques that I use. And now we're going to take the number 1 guard, and we're going to start off with the lever all the way open with our 1 guard, and then slightly close it till we get to all the way closed. Using them same as that, them 4 lever, see, the Andes Masters don't have no lever click, but we're slowly closing it. We're using our imagination and imagining the 4-click lever system inside of our head. Now here we're just gonna remove some bolt, and we already used the 0 guard. Started from the number 1 guard, and then with the lever all the way open with our 0 guard, then worked our way down. Now we're here just debulking, just using the number 2 guard, lever all the way open. And it's all on your client. Whatever you feel like you need to do, if you need to close the lever while debulking, and then do so. Every client is different. This client has very, very, very loose hair. We're taking the lineup down with a number 2 guard just to see, just so you know the lineup can lay down properly. If your lineup won't lay down properly and your lineup curls, the client's lineup won't last as long, or it won't do what it needs to do when it comes time to line it up. Now all we did was some alcohol swabs, wiped everything down, cleaned all the excess dirt and whatnot that's still in your client. I make my clients wash their hair before they come to me. Then we use our blow dryer on cold. Then we use some cold holding spray, and then now we're at the point where we're using our blow dryer on cold again. Now it's time for the front liner process. The front liner process is similar to the back liner process, but we add a few more steps. We're just doing some foam, a hot towel. As y'all can see, that hot towel is steaming hot, bro. We place the hot towel on the client, make sure it's light, nice and firm, and we don't want it to move around too much because we want the hairs to lay down. We don't want to move the towel and the hair just to come up or anything like that underneath the towel, and now the hair's trying to come up when you take the towel off. Back using our alcohol swabs and our cold air. Simple processes, and then we do our holding spray. This right here will take your haircuts to a whole new level, especially your lineups. Look how the hair just falls off. How it's easy to get that white ash line that almost every barber desires without using a pencil. It kind of just already there from using a line prep. I would say so. It does take a little minute to get all these supplies. Like, look how clean that neck lineup look. And we're just gonna do the other side and watch how clean it looks. The neck lineup came along, or the neck taper came a long way from where we had started at. And notice how I'm using the edges of my blade just around that curvature. But it takes a while to get all these products and stuff like that, so you can have a nice. That's where it comes when it comes to investing in your tools, investing in your products, learning, getting better, learning from other people, getting what they got. Trying it, seeing if you like it on yours. Like me necessarily, I think I'm going to switch from Tresemme and I'm going to go to a different holding spray. It's all about finding kind of just what works for you and what's in your lane. Watching other people, taking stuff from them. I wouldn't say watch too many people, but just watch enough. Just watch enough to where, probably like 2-3 barbers, just so you can learn from them, because everybody has different steps to achieve the same exact thing. If you go in one barbershop and then you ask for a low taper, then you go into 5 other barbershops and ask for the same exact thing, they're all going to get the same, maybe not the same exact results, but they all have their own form or way of getting that low taper. Now we're just doing the lineup. We're just doing the vertical bar for the lineup. Right here, I could use enhancements. I felt like I should have dug in a little bit more, but I really didn't want to, but enhancements will make that that curvature pop out just a little bit more. And right here, all we're doing is just adding some holding spray just for the ash line, so when we raise everything in, it could come out exactly how you want the haircut to come out. But look, it's HYB. If you're not handling your business and what you're doing, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and we out.
I know that is real. Giving it. reflecting your desires and your nature and your citizens. I ain't never lost since the day I was a citizen. Broke out the pressure, broke out addiction, I thought I never got it. Found my confidence when I understood the message. Gave me everything and I started seeing blessings. I had an ex cause he already said it. I started running all of my endeavor. It don't matter what's on earth, we bring it heaven. When I got your principle, ain't needed so much effort. You saw it got better and better. It ain't your job to ever worry. Matthew 6:33, it's your answer. We gon' advance it.
Benny, please don't do anything crazy.